Good morning. This is Charlie giving you Friday's live trading, and I hope you're very well. I've got a couple of potential trades setting up here this morning. One of which is on the dollar CAD, and so I'm looking for a pullback on dollar CAD, and I'm also looking for a pullback on the dollar yen to get long. Believe it or not, we've got lots of divergences down here on the dollar yen. It's been coming up, and this is an hourly chart as well. And so I'm looking for a bit of a pullback and then looking to then get on the long side. It's testing this hourly 50 MA. It's tested it a couple of times now, and I'm looking, if we get the pullback, so I can buy in at a decent level, then I will buy that. If it doesn't pull back, then I obviously won't be able to get in. So that's what I'm doing there. For the purposes of disclosure, I'm in a swing trade at the moment, so I'll only show you the P&L. I don't want to show you the actual trade because it's a swing and it's just sitting around where I've entered. So I don't want to show you that one because otherwise it can go out to too many people. But I might show you that once, as and when it, and if it gets going. What else is there? I think that's about it at the moment. So those are the two things I'm looking at. I'll press pause and we'll come back to this as and when we get set up. Oh, one other market that I may actually trade as well this morning is the Aussie dollar. If it does a little rally up, then I'll be looking to short the Aussie dollar. So there's a couple of opportunities here this morning, so we're just going to have to play a waiting game. Okay, so just back, the Aussie dollar has come up, so I'm looking to get a trade off on that. It's come up, it's come into the bands. Let me just bring this onto the 5-minute charts. So it's just come into the band, so I need to get a couple of units in, but so I'm looking to trade this with a few more units this morning. So I'll put a couple of units in here. It's got the potential to still go up to that hourly 21. I wanted to get in just in case it doesn't have to go to the hourly 21, as it's hit the hourly 50 now. So, but it could still want to do that. So, but I want to be in just in case it doesn't quite get up there. So, so I've initiated here, and we'll see if I get a chance to add. Then I will. So I'm in. And if it comes up and makes that marginal new high, then I'll wait for it to come back into the bands again, and then take that new high. So that's where we are for now. So trade has been initiated. Okay, just back. So the Aussie dollar is getting up to that hourly 21. I wanted to get in here when we hit the hourly 50, when we just came back into the bands here, and like I said, I'd want to add in if we can get up to that hourly 21, which if I put us onto an hourly time frame, then we can see, yes, we're on the hourly 21. It's got a little bit of scope to go actually a little bit higher than that, because if I actually put the 4-hour chart on, we've got the little bands here just above that on the 4-hour charts, but that's all okay. So I am just waiting now to see if when we come back into the bands here on the 5-minute chart, then I'll look to add those positions, and then I can pretty much leave that for probably leave it for a good few hours. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, just back. So we've not come into the bands yet on the 5-minute chart, but looking at it, we're at the levels that I'm more there or thereabouts. It could come a bit higher, but into those upper bands. But I really need to crack on, and I can't sit here waiting. And that's the thing when you're trading. So I could just put orders in to sell. Or I can just go in here. So I'm just going to put those 2 more units in here, and then see how this plays out. I suspect what's going to happen here with the Aussie dollar is that it will probably linger around here for several hours, probably spike up a little bit more anyway. But I'm happy with just taking a little bit of heat on that, and probably linger around for a few hours, and then hopefully then start to roll over a bit later. So that's the way that I'm looking at that one, and we'll see. I'm looking for it to come down to this hourly 100, this dotted line. So there's some half decent scope there. So I shall leave that for now, and I'll come back to this a bit later on. Right, just back, and the dollar yen's come down into that zone that I was looking for on the hourly charts. Let's have a reminder. Oops. Have a reminder of that hourly time frame. It's come down to that hourly 21. We've got positive momentum on both the hourly charts and the 4-hourly charts, and I was just looks like I've got reasonable timing. I've just come back and we're just coming to the band. So we're going to give this one a shot here. So I've downsized slightly on this one because I've got that the slightly bigger position on the Aussie dollar. So I'll just put 3 units in on this with a tight stop. And so we'll just see what happens. It doesn't have to really go much lower, so I'll put like a 10 pip stop on it, and that'll have to do. We shall see. But this one hasn't actually hit the 4 hour 21 yet, and so the potential is for it to go all the way up to, well, I say all the way up to there, but let's actually bring the 4 hour chart up. The potential is for it to still yet come up to that 4 hour 21. Just having a look at the 4 hour bands, it may actually want to come down to the lower band on the 4 hour chart, so I hadn't just accounted for that. So I'm just that's certainly a potential, so I may have to put a slightly larger stop, maybe about 13 or 14 pip stop on that one actually, and see if that can cope with that. I hadn't spotted that bands there, but anyway, but overall I want to see this gradually start to eke its way back up, but again it may take until Monday to sort this out. So it's just the way these markets can be at the moment, so we shall see. Right, I shall press pause for now. Right, just back. So the dollar yen, it did come down. It flushed me out on that trade earlier on from a couple of hours back, or a few hours back. But it's come all the way back up since the news. So it's now coming up to 2 o'clock. So I'm suspecting that the dollar yen may have a little bit more upside, maybe going into Monday. Maybe not this afternoon. It may just want to chop around, but it may want to go. But anyway, we'll see about that. So I did get a small stop out on that one, but the stop was only what was it, about, what did I say, about 13 pips. It was down at 40, wasn't it? And the Aussie dollar is still sort of holding. Let's have a look at the Aussie dollar again. It had that move up earlier on, and then it's pulled all the way back down again, and it's now just sort of sitting around there. So as it currently stands, I can show you the Aussie dollar trade. I can't show you my account this week because of the other trade I'm in, but yeah, so that's where I've just taken a screenshot. That's where basically it is right now. So from those are the entries that we took this morning, and so as you'd have seen from the entries there, so I've just taken that screenshot. So that's where it currently is, and we shall see what happens with that going into Monday. So with that Aussie dollar, so I'm looking for that little bit more downside yet to come on the Aussie, but I do also anticipate that it could want to chop around quite a bit first as well. So we'll see how that one plays out. Right, I shall leave you to it. Not too much to give you there this week, but I'll leave you to it and catch you on Monday.